Hi again, everybody. Bill Phillips here, and it is Bill's 9-minute fill-up, and it is Friday, so we've got a lot of stuff to talk about. Now, the 9-minute fill-up is supposed to be 9 minutes. We've gone overtime every single time. We've had free extra. You get an extra fill-up basically out of it each day. So, whoa, we're breaking the place. Remote control went down. We got to put that back up on the Velcro. All right, that's good. Nope. No, it's not. Let's just leave it here so we don't break it, Bill. Thank you very much. All right, we're gonna start. We're gonna start sports, and why not? As a lot of people like to say, the Pens are back. The Penguins are back, at least until the next game. And the Penguins, they have a huge game. This is the end of the season. All the marbles are in the middle of the table. They're playing for all the marbles. That's what Mike Lang said when they won the Stanley Cup back a few years ago. But all the marbles are on the table for the Penguins. Tomorrow, Boston, 107-point team at the top of the Atlantic Division. That is an 8 o'clock start for the Penguins and the Bruins. That's in Pittsburgh. It's a must-win for the Penguins. Bruins, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter unless they want to win the President's Cup, and they're a couple points out of that race. But a huge game tomorrow for the Penguins, and they're at home. So they have everything going their way. They're red hot right now. Sidney Crosby leading the way. He's been absolutely sensational. That's nothing new. He became the 14th NHL player to reach 1,000 points earlier this week. 1,000, or not points, but 1,000 career assist points. He's top 10 all time. Seventh player to reach 1,000 assists with one team. Mike Sullivan says Crosby plays his best hockey when the stakes are highest, and they are going to be very, very high this weekend when they take on the Boston Bruins at home. That's tomorrow. That's just the first game. Then you think, okay, we're going to get a break. We're going to play Nashville in terms of the Penguins thinking that. Well, we're going to play Nashville on Tuesday, but Nashville's already locked up the wild card in the West, and they have 95 points on the season. So that's not a pushover. Nashville's not really going to be playing for anything else other than just to get to the finish line to start the playoffs. But that's another must-win. So you have two playoff teams that are locked in. Then your final game is against the New York Islanders. They're currently third in the Metro. So they're outside of the wild card race, which is what the Penguins have to go for, the final wild card race. And they will be playing on Long Island, taking on the Islanders. That'll be a very tough assignment. And they are 1 point ahead of three other teams. You've got Washington, Detroit, and those are the two teams right there, and the Philadelphia Flyers. So three teams, 1 point behind the Penguins heading into the weekend. The Pens right now, though, they're back in playoff contention. Not only in playoff contention, they have a wild card spot. Will that change this weekend? We'll find out. So let's see what's going on. We've got some people checking in, some comments, and just want to say, oh, it's back, so back, so back. So, and they are indeed. But we're going to move on from the Penguins. And what do we have coming up next? We've got spring football. If you want to talk spring football, why not just watch it? If you're an Ohio State fan, or if you're an Ohio State hater, you can scout Ohio State this weekend on Fox 9. They've got the spring game. WTOV9, Fox 9 has a spring game Saturday at noon from Columbus, a pregame show at 11:30 beforehand on Fox 9. So if you're itching for some football, especially some college football, especially some Ohio State Buckeyes, check it out on Saturday. It's a spring game. And then, you know what? There's so many big games. How about this one? I had this one sent in from a viewer, listener on the Bills 9-minute fill-up. Ashland Lacrosse, they're back. How about this? 9-6 overall, 4-1 in the GMAC. And they are looking to take they want to take Malone to task in women's lacrosse on Saturday. Malone, they are just getting their program started. But Ashland, their attacker, Cassidy Becker, fifth-year player, all-time goal leader, 132, all-time points leader, 179. And then they have a midfielder, a senior all-time assist leader, and that's Matty Gash with 53. So Ashland, big game against Malone in women's lacrosse this weekend. That was sent in, and you know what? We're gonna talk about just about everything. Let's see any more. Go Blue Hawks! They are the Eagles. You go on campus at Ashland, it's all purple Eagles, but they just call themselves the Eagles. But, you know, sometimes we like to call them Blue Hawks. Just change it up. Give them a new nickname. See what happens. But They're a dangerous bird. They're a dangerous bird this weekend for Malone. Malone better be ready. Okay, let's see what else we have to talk about today. It's Friday. Fanatics. Who do you want to see? Who's your favorite athlete? Everybody talks about Comic-Con, and you go out to San Diego, and they have all the cartoon character guys, comic book guys, and everybody's out there and meeting and greeting and signing autographs. And everybody's, oh, it's Superman. Oh, it's Thor. Oh, it's Wonder Woman. It's, and I'm not even sure who's in each universe, so don't get upset with me. I just don't know. But I know everybody gets excited about it. So what about this, though? Fanatics, they do the jerseys. Jason, they do the jerseys. Yeah, Jason's giving me the agreement. Yep. So they do the jerseys. They're going to have a thing called Fanatics Fest in New York City from August 16th to the 18th. And they're basically trying to make it like Comic-Con. Now, it's going to be at the Javits Center in New York City. The company says fans can expect to meet former athletes like Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Eli Manning. You should have Archie and Cooper there as well. I mean, what? Yeah, there is no Peyton Manning. There is no Eli Manning without Archie Manning. Archie Manning, one of the great quarterbacks in all-time college football. Absolutely sensational. And you're not going to have him? I mean, really? I'm a little upset for Archie. I'm a little upset. Let's start a campaign, everybody. If you go to Old Miss campus, he was number 18. What's the speed limit? 18 miles an hour around campus. I think it hurts for Archie. Met Peyton Manning a couple times. Very nice man. Very nice man. But I think the number one person that's going to be the big draw there, Derek Jeter, the captain of the New York Yankees. He will be there as well. My question to you on this one, who would you like to see most? If you could pick maybe your top three, who would you want to see? If you have favorite teams and you know they're going to be represented at the Fanatics Fest in New York City, is it your local teams that you followed as a kid, or is there a superstar? If Michael Jordan's going to be there, I want to go and see Michael Jordan. I'm not worried about anybody else. Or is it a certain player that maybe, like my favorite player when was a running back with Washington back when I was a kid, Larry Brown, number 43. Yeah, look him up. Washington Commanders. They weren't called the Commanders back then. They were called another team name, but they're Washington. Larry Brown, number 43. True story. Vince Lombardi, they didn't know he was having a problem going in motion, getting penalties for false starts and everything. Vince Lombardi, who had come in as head coach, had his hearing checked, learned that he had a hearing deficiency, and they were able to set him up with some hearing aids, turn his career completely around. Love watching Larry Brown play some football. But I digress. If Larry Brown was going to be there, that's who I'd stop by first. No doubt about it. All right. We're inside a minute to go. We haven't. Okay, I got to talk tax day and now. Okay, we'll real quick National Day calendar. It's grilled cheese day today, everybody. Go out get some grilled cheese, maybe some soup. Enjoy. And speaking of, and it's 12 day. 12. I don't know what that is. Oh, okay. And here, if you were waiting for some high school baseball tonight on the networks of WTOV9 and Fox 9, the St. Clairsville Harrison Central game has been postponed, canceled for today. Will not air today due to inclement weather. Of course, the Ohio Valley receiving just buckets and buckets of water, too much water to speak of. So, that's going to be canceled for today. They'll try and set it up further down the road. Hopefully we'll be able to set things up where you can watch it on Fox 9. But right now, tonight, that game has been postponed. So big day coming on Monday, the 15th. It's tax day. If you don't have your taxes done, get them ready to roll. Oh, we just went into overtime. Massachusetts and Maine, though, because of Patriots Day and Emancipation Day, on the 15th and 16th in those two states, Maine and Massachusetts don't have to turn their federal income taxes until the 17th. So if you file late, I'm not sure exactly how that, but if you file late, looking at a 5% penalty. Don't do it. It's just the tax man's coming. He's always coming. Let's see. What was the other thing? Oh, the deadline. Have to have them postmarked, I imagine, local time. 15th midnight, local time, wherever you are. Patriots Day, always a big day in Boston, Massachusetts. You have the running of the Boston Marathon. You also have a Red Sox game usually is played the same day, so it is a big event in the city of Boston. Why not? Okay. We talked about it. We talked about it the other day. I know I've gone over by about a minute, but what the heck? It's the Phill-Up. We need all this stuff to get us through the weekend. And, Godzilla Kong, the New Empire, it's out. Shattering box office records, or at least expectations. Movie of the year, all that stuff. And again, I told you the other day, I have no idea why all of a sudden I am so into Godzilla. I don't have Godzilla collectibles. I don't have any of that stuff. But if a movie comes out or show with Godzilla, I'm in. I don't know why. I can't explain it. I'd sing the whole Godzilla song, but I can't. I have someone point at the time. You gotta be able to go overtime. We have overtime. This is what people want. They want the overtime. It's 9 minutes, but it's overtime right now. All right, here we go. We're trying to get through the weekend, everybody. So, anyways, Monarch Legacy of Monsters renewed for season 2. They were finishing up on Skull Island at the end of season 1. And I thought, are they going to have another season? It's on Apple TV. Really good. Really enjoyed it. Some different monsters you see. And Godzilla, there's some scenes with Godzilla. It's like, wow, he's just a badass. I mean, come on. So anyways, season 1, it was good. Enjoyed it. They're going to have season 2. So I'm excited about that. Want to let you know about that. And then they're going to have multiple spinoffs, apparently, with different monsters. So setting this all through Legendary Films and studios. And now, just to list it, Godzilla in 2014, Skull Island, or King Kong, Skull Island, Godzilla, King of the Monsters, Godzilla versus Kong, Godzilla, Kong, the New Empire. Tell me people don't like to go see Godzilla. That's over $2 billion worth of revenues. I don't know if it's worth of revenues. I'm starting to run. I'm running out of gas because it's weekend. I better wrap it up. So, anyways, that's about all I have. I've already gone over time by 3 minutes. So, I don't know if the bosses are going to be happy about that. But when you're in the Digital Content Center, also known as the Nacho Man Center, it's too much fun. So you don't want to go. But they're telling me I have to wrap it up. Everybody that put a comment up there. I'm sorry, I have to get better at this. I still haven't learned this, but getting the comments onto the screen. I'll do better next week. Karen, thank you very much. Yes, everybody, have a great weekend. Scott, thank you. Tracy, Ron, Tracy, Addison, Marty, everybody going back up the list. There's a whole list of people. I really needed to get you guys on. Zach, Ian, Karen, have a great weekend, everybody. And everybody that tunes in after this catches it later. Enjoy. And, if you have anything you want me to talk about, anything you're thinking about, let me know. Send it in. Remember, hit that like button. I don't know how you do that. Hit the subscribe button. I don't know how you do that. As far as I know, you don't have to pay any money. It's just, it lets you know when we're going to be on again. So that's the big thing. You get to find that out. That's my understanding of it. I could be wrong, but I'll figure it all out. We're learning as we go, people. We're all in this together. We're all holding hands, walking down the road. It's kind of like, the Beatles going across the street. Anyways, I've got to go because I'm just about out of time. Yep. All right. Everybody have a great weekend. Have a wonderful week. I keep looking at the screen and the camera's here. I need to look at that. You think I've worked in TV for a while. Have a great weekend, everybody. Remember, 2 rules. Always have fun and always try your best.